Good afternoon, world. It is afternoon here on the east coast of the United States of America. Coming up next in the Junior Roller Derby World Cup is Game 9 versus USA West and Great Britain. Our officials for today are going to be Accidental Doll, Pterodactyl, Hannah, Mr. Danger, Emma Goldmangle, Toxic Narcotic, Leia Flat, Jack and Scotch, BMD, Ref in Peace, Wes Slamderson, Tim the Ref, Zeb Roar, Honey Badger, and Lobocop. Skating for Team USA West, number 16 is Mousetrap, number 063 is Bumper Car, 100 M. Norberg, number 16 Juke Skywalker, number 17 Turbocharged, number 18 Global Storming, number 20 Thrasher, number 27 Lethal Ivy, number 35 A. Dodd, number 38 Pedal to the Metal, number 411 M. Dysart, number 5150 Alligator, number 71 Sunny Days, and number 79 Little Regulator, and number 911 M. Reed. Skating for Great Britain, we have number 10 Gemma English, number 12 Jazz, number 15 Roller Girl, number 16 Raquel, number 1606 Lady Macbeth, number 18 L. Wolf, number 19 Judge Law, number 24 Lady Macbeth, number 26 T-Breaks, number 3 Hess, number 342 High Velocity, number 427 Boswin, number 8 Giraffic Jam, number 888 Skelebel, and number 999 Tilda End. I'm Bobby Narco. I'm being joined by
Ali Einstein. So I'm one of the Team Australia skaters today, and I'll be joining Bobby as we commentate the USA West and Great Britain team.
Great to have you, Ali. Can I call you Ali?
I would love you to call me out.
You can call me out. Let's see what you did there. If you be my bodyguard, I will be your long-lost pal.
So,
you can call me Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. So my track name's Einstein, 1618.
Okay.
But you can call me anything.
Our excellent producer today is going to be Standby Tommy. Also want to give a shout out to Speed Bump. Ben is going to be doing, has been all weekend just for the championships and also for the World Cup, running the production along with Kimberly remotely from Portland, Oregon. So much love to Ben and Kimberly for handling the behind-the-scenes video aspects.
So sorry if I sound a bit out of puff. I'm not sure if you just saw across the screen. But no, I just ran across the whole entire track, and I'm not much of a runner myself.
You need skates on you. You better wheels on your feet.
Oh, that 27.5 still pushes me, though.
I could do it in 5 days. 27 in 5 days. I could do that.
You know what the trick is, though? You just listen to a bit of Ram Jam's Black Betty.
Oh, all right.
Listen to it, and you'll be right.
So we are just about to get underway.
So these two teams are going against each other, have never ever faced each other before.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Great Britain is one of the brand new teams to the JRDA World Cups, along with Europe.
Now, there was a prior JRDA World Cup, and then there was also a JRDA Olympics, or were they the same thing?
No, so there were two different things.
Okay.
So we've got our first lead jammer.
Yeah, that's Red 17. Who's in red? USA West is in red.
That is Turbocharged. Turbocharged has been playing all weekend. He just gets an apex jump, jumps through those last of the British players. Yep, British players.
And Traffic Jam's jamming for Great Britain.
Oh, one big apex jump. Checks to the ref to see whether he's still in.
We got a stop block penalty. Nobody's leaving quite yet. That's one of the USA blockers, number 3.
Ooh, a little bit of a stab in the jug by number 26 on Team Britain, which is T-Breaks. Just stops Turbocharged. Now this is a classic wall setup. Whoa, Turbocharged, tripping over the other jammers. Coming down the outside line.
Initial pass completed by Giraffic Jam, so Turbo calls it off. 10 points for 15 for USA West to start the game. Great Britain still looking for their first points.
So, Bobby, going back to what we said before, the previous World Cup was in 2015.
Right.
So that was just the 4 original teams, the 2 US, so USA West, East, Canada, and Australia.
There we go. Thank you for the clarification.
No problem. I love my derby. So on the jam line, we have number 816 and 427. So I've got Boswin for Team Great Britain and
Global Storming.
Yeah. Global Storming is your lead jammer. Coming on that outside. Ooh, Oh, the floor is very, very slippery. Speaking as a skater myself, I have fallen down more than once this weekend.
Penalty had come in, but was waved off by the head ref as a no point, no penalty.
There's been quite a lot of no point, no penalties or no point, no pass, depending where you are.
So USA sitting on 20 points after that 5-point jam by Global Storming. Great Britain still looking for their first points of the game. First lead jam of the game.
However, both teams do have their full pack. As for the red team is M. Dysart and number 16, Rachel for Team Britain.
Dysart picking up lead jam for USA West.
M comes on the outside of the line, going for the scoring pass. Taking on the British player, one by one. She knocks them down, coming through out, and she's got her scoring pass.
USA West loses their pivot to the penalty box. Number 79 is a little regulator. Oh, what an apex leap. 5-point jump.
Now, I think I read that Lil Regulator, it must be a parent or something. So Regulator is one of the coaches for the US teams.
Oh, all right.
So a bit of a family gathering here.
Great Britain loses a skater to the penalty box as well.
It's number 16 is recycled to the back behind number 063 bumper car. And Lil
Dysart pushes their way through for 5 more points. 19-point jam makes it 39 for the USA West and 2 for Great Britain. Great Britain's first points of the game. And that 19-point jam representing half of USA West's score. So doubling their score on that one jam.
Big shout out to all the parents who have brought over the Great Britain skaters as number 1606 Lady Macbeth takes to the line for the first time.
And that's Turbocharged back on the line for USA West. Turbocharged picking up lead jammer. So all the lead jams have gone to USA West. There have been no jams without a lead jammer.
Oh, number 18 Global Storming doing a great offense there, getting Turbocharged around for another 5 points. And here it's a little bit of a scrummage pack. Trying to pull someone out is number 38 Pedal to the Metal.
A second 5-point pass for Turbocharged. A forearm penalty called on the USA West blocker that's reported to the box.
Coming around to score a couple more points is Turbocharged. He takes off on that right foot, goes on that line and gets it through.
That was M. Reed that reported to the penalty box for USA West. Another 5-point pass.
And that's what the Americans are very good at with their jammers. They're really good at taking that outside line, either on tiptoes or like Turbo just did then, a full edge work.
25-point jam.
Yeah.
And not done yet. Multiplayer coming in from the very back.
Ooh,
That's
Turbo takes it out.
USA blocker on the multiplayer. Any more points? No. So a 25-point pass brings USA up from 39 to 64. Nearly half of their points again, nearly doubling their score again.
So in school at the moment, we're learning all about exponentials, and it looks like the USA West team is exponentially taking over this game.
Well played. Well played, Ali.
So that is number 816 Mousetrap on the line for the first time today.
Oh, okay.
And Giraffic Jam once again.
Power Jam. Who's the jammer penalty on?
That was on number 816 Mousetrap.
All right, so first opportunity for lead jam for Giraffic Jam.
So big shout out to all the volunteers here today. I know that Mousetrap's entire family, so great grandma, grandpa, everyone has been volunteering this whole weekend so that they can hang out and watch their kids play. Derby is a very community sport, so thank you for everyone who has volunteered their time today and in the lead up to the World Champs and the World Cup.
Hey, you got a shout out over on that Twitter, on that Twitch chat.
Oh, it's Neil Morris. Oh, so Neil is my Derby father back in Newcastle, Australia. So that will be up in the wee morning.
Math references too. Go, Ali.
Oh, Dino Hacks asks, where's the ball? And Dino, would you like to come up and have a little bit of a game of derby, and we'll teach you all how to do it?
You'll have a ball, I swear. You won't see a ball, but you'll have a ball.
It's just like kittens, having kittens every time the USA lines up against you.
10-point pass now for Mousetrap. Traffic Jam still on the initial or did not get lead. Kind of lost track there. No lead jammer showing. Mousetrap can't get it because of the trip to the penalty box.
But that was his scoring pass.
His third scoring pass.
So taking up to
14 already.
Yeah. Coming on the front pack, Mousetrap does an apex jump.
19-point jam.
Number 8 has made it through the pack. Traffic Jam
Completes the initial, not lead jam. So our first jam without a lead jammer. Great Britain still looking for their first lead jam call. 19 points makes the score 83-2 in favor of USA West. You are watching the 2018 Junior Roller Derby World Cup on twitch.tv/WFTDA.
So on the line, we've got number 17 turbocharged once again against 427 Boswin.
And we got a shout out to Team Great Britain coming through on that Twitch TV.
Florida Wrestling saying that he's lost. So the idea for roller derby is it's a running race. The stars on their head, you can see number 421 going to get it now. He wants to do as many laps as he can around the outside of the track, trying to get past all those stoppers. So the stoppers are there to either help their own jammer or stop the other person from running as many as they can. One
of the few sports where you play offense and defense simultaneously. The only others I can think of are martial arts and doubles tennis. Turbocharged.
What a comparison. I've never heard derby compared to doubles tennis before.
Well, you play offense and defense simultaneously. Turbocharged is lead jammer for USA West. Boswin is the jammer for Great Britain. First pass through the pack is only for a position, not for points. But derby, in any sense, is a race for points.
And of course, you'll be asking where the 80s roller derby came from. So where we used to be able to do as big of a hit as we could. So this has changed from a big show game to an athletic game.
Oh, absolutely. And back when it started in the 1930s in the U.S. during the Great Depression. There was the era of flagpole sitting and marathon dancing. So they wanted big, spectacular hits. But the game has definitely evolved. Allie, who do we have now out on the jammer line?
So we have number 16, Duke Skywalker, and number 18, El Wolf.
That's showing as Raquel. 16 is Raquel for Great Britain. Global Storming picks up lead jammer for USA West. USA West losing his skater to the penalty box. So a slight pack advantage. Oh my goodness, did you see that?
Oh, wow.
Apex leap.
Oh, that was awesome. So just a shout out to that last jam, Turbocharged has had a total of 60 points in this game.
Wow, that's more than half of USA West's team.
It truly is.
USA West team's points.
And not forgetting that Turbocharged has also played the last 3 days at the World Championships for his own home league.
And both of these teams have already played before this game, probably multiple times.
Oh, look at that outside hop, long legs on that one. That was number 18, Global Storming, taking that outside line.
Back-to-back Apex leaps worth 5 points each. It's not that the pass is worth 5 points. If you're just watching, you do get a point for every skater. He happened to pass all 5 skaters to get that pass.
Oh, and a bean dip to the outside that would make Jambi proud. Taking those outside line is a real big famous of our skaters from down under. I'm not too big on the Great Britain teams. All I know is London, and they're all the skaters I can give a shout out to.
So 30 points picked up by USA West brings them all the way up to 133.
Taking to the line is 816.
That's Mousetrap.
Mousetrap, and number 26 is T-Brakes.
All right, here we go.
So
18 and a half minutes in, lead jam goes to Mousetrap. Great Britain still looking for their first lead.
Oh, I'm not sure if you can pick it up on the speakers, but the whole grandstand is shaking. Team Great Britain have got their chant going, hitting all the bells, hitting all the whistles, trying to get through to their team players.
Motivate your mates.
Mousetrap does a bit of a double spin around the outside, trying to get through.
So already 2 scoring passes on the 3rd scoring pass now for Mousetrap. T-Break still on the initial pass. Initial completed. Oh no, that's points. Oh no, that's points for Mousetrap.
So just a reminder, this is a JRDA event, so this is for under 18 kids. So sportsmanship is the #1 thing. So whether you're watching at home, making comments on Twitter, no matter what it is, please make sure that you're supportive because these kids are absolutely trying their hardest out there on the line. We have a lot of kids out there who've travelled very well and are playing the best that they can.
Mousetrap's 15 points there, representing 10% of USA West's score. Great Britain still sitting on 2. Jammers now are number 17 for USA West. That's Turbocharged. And number 427, that's Boswin.
Boswin taking that, Turbocharged taking that outside.
Track cut on Turbocharged.
Ooh.
So here is an opportunity for Great Britain to get their first lead. Let's see if they can capitalize. Big 3 wall at the top of the pack for USA West. We call this a power jam.
We call this in Australia a choo-choo.
A choo-choo.
We just all go choo-choo.
All right. Love it.
Number 427 getting hit by the outside.
Track cut is the call on Great Britain number 427. So both jammers going back and forth from the penalty box. This will be a full 2-minute jam. Neither jammer can get lead. Once you've been to the penalty box, you relinquish your opportunity to get lead jammer. So it'll be a 2-minute jam, our second of the game.
Full pack advantage as Team USA West takes off number 12 from Great Britain, Jazz, trying to do a little bit of offense.
Our most excellent producer is Standby Tommy. He's feeding us stats and quotes and telling us who the jammers are, making Allie and I look really good.
It's really awesome to have a nice supportive team on my first ever broadcast. So down in Australia, we don't have much of this live TV going.
Nice.
Number 17, Turbocharged, taking that outside. 427, Boswin hitting that backpack against a DCM player.
Direction of play on the USA West pivot. That's number 79, little regulator on the direction of play.
Oh, and 427 tiptoes that inside line, making his initial pass.
Ooh, is that going to be a back block? It is back block on Boswin. Just when I thought Great Britain was going to double, triple, quadruple their score, they pick up a back block instead. It's going to be a power start for USA West. Did they get any points before the back block?
And even though it's a power start for Team US West, this is a big shout out to Wince Pie's father. She's on the Great Britain team, and her father, Barack Obama, used to skate for one of England's representative teams. He's currently going through chemo. And so big shout out and big love going to Wince for representing our team even when times are tough.
That 17-point jam by USA West, again increasing their score by 10%. Jamming, the only jammer on the track right now, Global Storming, England's jammer, held over in the box from the last trip. We have an official timeout right now. It is 14 minutes and 47 seconds, so the jam refs have switched wristbands. So now the jam ref that had been tallying the points for USA West will be tallying the points for Great Britain and vice versa.
That just makes it a little bit of an even game because these are half an hour bouts.
Right. Ordinarily that would be done at halftime, but since there's only one period, we kind of create a halftime.
So we've got number 17, Turbocharged, has now reached his score up to 77 points for the USA West team.
Wow.
But taking the line is Global Storming, gets through. He's got
16:06 is the jammer for Team Great Britain. Lady Macbeth now back on the track.
So Lady Macbeth taking that back of the line. Reset behind number 411 M. Dyersart.
Lead jam has gone to Global Storming. Already 5 points. Let's see how many more. Another 5.
Unfortunately, that will be a track cut on Lady Macbeth.
apex leap over on turn number 3. We number the turns in the order that you hit them. So the first turn after the pivot line is turn 1. Then heading into the backstretch, you have turn 2. Heading out of the backstretch, turn 3. Heading back onto the home stretch, turn 4.
You can tell we're a bunch of clever skaters when we name things as obvious as they are. Like an apex jump, you jump in the apex.
Borrow a lot of terms from other sports, especially from racing with home stretch and backstretch.
Backstretch, I've never heard that one before.
Well, now the Global Storming crossing across the backstretch and calling off the jam. 25 points picked up by USA West. That is roughly 1/8 of USA West's score on that very jam. Great Britain still sitting on 2. Well, there'll be about 13 minutes left to play when the next jam begins. Tell you a little bit something about the Continental Cups and playoffs now that we have a parent stoppage of play? Could be wrong. We'll tell you about that after the next stoppage of play. Who's on the jammer line, Allie?
816 Mousetrap takes the line for a power jam start as number 1606 Lady Macbeth comes through the back behind Bumper Car and Co.
Third jam in a row for Lady Macbeth.
It is, and Mousetrap himself has been doing a fair few jams
we got
as well.
an illegal contact on Mousetrap, so lead is open. Lady Macbeth can get lead.
You know, and that is just what Great Britain need. It would be so awesome if they could put a couple of points on that score.
A couple of grand slams would be even awesomer.
Yeah, Lady Macbeth spinning on her toe stops, taking the inside line.
Only 2 to beat. USA reforming now, 3 to beat, 4 to beat.
Tell you what, in US, you guys must feed your kids some pretty good brekkie because there's some solid units on that track.
So we have a star pass. It will be a 2-minute jam. No. It's an illegal star pass. The jammer, Lady Macbeth, reporting to the penalty box. And number 24, the pivot, being advised that they are out of play.
So what she will have to do is number 24, Lady Macbeth, will have to drop the panties so that Lady Macbeth can come through.
Track cut on the USA West jammer, who had just emerged from the penalty box. That will spring Lady Macbeth from the penalty box. And Mousetrap will serve a discounted penalty. Will only have to sit for as long as Lady Macbeth did. This will be our third 2-minute jam of the game. Am I right? Or is it 4? Stand by.
However, there is only 4 penalties allowed in these games. So I have noticed that Mousetrap have got a couple of penalties already. Mousetrap getting to that inside line. Gets one more. Some very high-level junior derby playing here.
Several of the comments over the feed have said, these are juniors? I thought I was watching adult roller derby. Well, these are the best of the best. These are the best that Great Britain has to offer. These are the best that the west side of the U.S. has to offer, the best Australia has to offer, best all of the teams that are participating have to put out there. So it's not surprising that you're seeing some really high-level derby and that you might confuse it for the grown-up game.
A lot of these kids could frighten the socks off a lot of the adult players that have been playing.
Yes, that's true. In fact, Santa Cruz pointed out that they are 2-1 against grown-up leagues.
It is crazy as Turbocharged and Boswin take the line. Turbocharged taking that outside line, hitting through the apex. Is it the fast straightaway you were telling me?
The backstretch.
The backstretch.
Home stretch, backstretch.
Boswin takes a little bit of a tumble on that inside line. Turbocharged.
Far straightaway works too. We got a penalty, a back block penalty on Turbocharged. He had lead, so this will be another 2-minute jam, our 4th of the game.
Boswin getting through on the backstretch. Using a lot of toe stop power work, that one is. Going through, but hit off by number 4-1.
We got a back block called on T-brakes, the Great Britain pivot.
A lot of lateral movement is very good on the US West team. So that is where the skaters are able to move from the inside to the outside rather quickly. Boswin taking that outside next to 911.
If you want to get involved in roller derby, either junior derby, men's derby, or women's derby, there is a place for you. Just hit the internet, find out the nearest local league. I'm sure they would be glad to have you volunteer.
And of course, because juniors are very young, their bodies can take a lot of impact. So seen around the screen, there's been a lot of bouncing happening where the kids get hit down and knocked straight back up.
Star pass now to Boswin, from Boswin to number 36.
No,
I don't have a 36.
there's 26.
26.
T-break.
T-breaks. Oh, nice hit at the top of the pack by 38.
Ooh, T-breaks keeps her steps in. The jam ref awards her 4 full points. That makes Great Britain have 6 points.
That has tripled Great Britain's score.
Oh, what an achievement. And is that she gets another point. So that is more than tripling.
Triple and a half.
Triple and 3/4.
USA West putting 13 on the board. That brings them over the bicentennial mark, 208-6. For seeding, today is pool play. Tomorrow there will be full-length games, and we're playing today to see who gets seeded where. For seeding, you're going to look first at the win-loss record, and then you're going to look at the points scored. Allie, who's jamming?
So we've got Global Storming and Rochelle playing on the line. Rochelle takes that outside line, one to pass number 16, Duke Skywalker. Keeping up, though, a little bit of a Zoidberg action as number 18 comes through. Global Storming on that outside.
What's a Zoidberg action?
You know, it's where you get your hands up, do a little bit of a crab work. Taking that outside is Global Storming.
Scuttling.
A little bit of a chicken walk.
Got a penalty. It's a back block on Rocket.
Rochelle.
Rochelle, okay. I've been saying that wrong all day.
Oh.
My apologies to Rochelle.
If we were turning in Derby names, it would be Raquel.
That's what I was thinking it was.
Well,
and
maybe we should
that's
do a
what
little bit
we've
of a
been
Scottish
saying.
accent.
Raquel.
Raquel. Global Storming making his way through that pack. 2 to beat, 1 to beat. Tiptoes. Oh, calls the jam off.
4 more points. Briefly, it was 222-7. And there's lots of twos. Now it's 226-7 after an 18-point jam by USA West. 6 minutes and change left to play in the game. Talking about the playoffs for the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. They're going to coming up on WFTDA.tv. They begin August 31st through September 2nd in beautiful A Coruña, Spain, hosted by As Brigantillas Roller Derby, then heading to Atlanta, Georgia for the second playoff by the Atlanta Roller Girls September 21st through 23rd.
So Mousetrap has taken that outside line, done a little bit of a sweep by the US team.
I already got lead jam.
Yeah, coming through his score points. Oh, that was a knockback for number 888, Scobel.
Skellobel.
Skellobel, okay. Mousetrap coming through, taking on that outside line.
Had the privilege of announcing for Skellobel at the 2018 Women's World Cup in Manchester, England. There was a junior derby exhibition at the Women's World Cup, and Skellobel participated along with the Naki Boy and several other skaters. We got a low block penalty being called on Mousetrap, so our 5th 2-minute jam of the game, Mousetrap will lose lead, and this jam will go the full 2.
So that is Mousetrap's 4th penalty, and because these games are only going for half an hour, that he will sit the rest of the game. However, there is only a minute left in this jam and 5 minutes on the clock.
Still, Mousetrap has been one of the go-to jammers for USA West, so this could be a break for Great Britain, getting one of the most productive jammers off the line, off the track.
Yes, Mousetrap has been fouled out of this game. So that means it will be another 30 seconds for Great Britain to try and get a couple of points on that board.
Yeah, power jam.
Ooh.
Full minute power jam.
I'd just like to take a minute to talk about the World Cup. So this is the second ever JRDA World Cup. And it's the first one I've ever participated in because last time around I never even put a pair of roller skates on my feet.
This is my first junior World Cup as well. I was fortunate enough to go to Manchester, as I mentioned, as well as Barcelona, Spain for the Men's World Cup.
So you're going for the trifecta,
I
are
do,
you, Bobby?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. They've got to get some sort of pin for you.
We do have a skater down right now. This is a dangerous sport. We want to make sure that the skaters are all protected. They all wear helmets, mouth guards, wrist guards, elbow guards, knee pads, and roller skates.
So a lot of these teams are sponsored so that they can get the best of the best quality gear. I know that a fair few have helmets that are given to them, knee pads, as much as they can. So if you would like to sponsor a league, it would be greatly appreciated. So just jump on Facebook, Google search roller derby, one will come up in your area, and it'll be so awesome if you could help out these kids get through and change this sport for the better.
The jam was called off because of the injury to Skellobell, but Skellobell is back up off the track, rolling, not carried off or anything, rolling on their own power off the track. However, Skellobell will have to sit for 3 jams because of the injury. We have 4 minutes and 57 seconds left remaining in the game. We talked about the playoffs in A Coruña and Atlanta. The championship is going to be in New Orleans, Louisiana, hosted by the Big Easy Roller Girls the weekend of Armistice Day. Oh, we got some statistics coming in from our most excellent producer, Tommy Standby. Number 816, Mousetrap, had 55 points before they were escorted off the track. Number 17, Turbocharged, had 90, leading all scorers with 90 points. And number 18, Global Storming, has 68 points, the second highest scorer in the game. Who is the high score? Tell me about Great Britain. How do we divide those 7 points?
I believe that we had one skater.
One was 5. 127 had 5.
So that was Boswin.
Boswin had 5. And who had the 2? 16. Rochelle.
Rochelle. I still like the Scottish pronouncement.
Rochelle. It's been a long journey from Milan to Minsk. Rochelle. Then new this year, we have the replacing the Division II playoffs and championship. We have Continental Cups. The Women's Flat Track Derby Association has introduced that this year. There are going to be 3 of them. There's North America East, going to be in Kalamazoo, Michigan, August 17th through 19th, hosted by Kalamazoo Derby Darlings. Then the very next week after that is the North America West Continental Cup. That's hosted by Omaha Roller Girls in Omaha, Nebraska. And the final Continental Cup will be in Europe, hosted by the Birmingham Blitz Dames, October 27th and 28th. Watch passes go on sale July 31st, so stay tuned.
Giraffic Jam number 8, taking that power jam for Great Britain. Coming back through. There is a pack advantage, however, for USA West. Number 24 slicing through that pack. Getting through is number 8. Giraffic Jam's back at the back.
Yeah, it got forced to the outside. Forced outside again. If you get pushed out of play, you'll have to enter behind the person that pushed you out. So lead jam from the penalty box into the lead is turbocharged. Oh, no, not lead.
And I've noticed some skaters' gear has fallen into the inside of the track. So I'm not sure if that is critical to their gear, but...
Yeah, you'll get an illegal procedure penalty if you don't are on the track without the requisite gear. First lead jam of the day for Great Britain goes to Giraffic Jam.
Bloody beautiful. Coming through on that outside line, she goes against number 9. Oh, what a legend.
4-point pass.
Giraffic Jam taking that outside line, getting next to Boom Bumper Car.
Calling off the jam. Any points picked up on that second pass? Let us take a gander. No points on the second pass. So half again, the score for Great Britain makes it 251-11. 14 points were picked up by USA West. We have 3 minutes and change left to play in the game. USA West has a skater in the penalty box, so it is a slight pack advantage for Team Great Britain.
Pivot line start for this jam.
Lady Macbeth is the jammer for Great Britain. And picking up lead jam for USA West is Global Storming.
Global Storming taking that outside, almost hitting his skater, M. Reed.
Lady Macbeth right out in front of Global Storming, so Global Storming calls off the jam. But great job by Lady Macbeth forcing the call off.
I'll tell you what, Great Britain has definitely had a comeback. They have just whipped it out of the bag, keeping USA West down below.
Yeah, all those multiple digit scores coming much earlier, the scoring less fast and less furious now for USA West. Though to be fair, scoring plenty and scoring almost every jam.
So we have two of our common skaters on, Turbocharged and Rochelle.
17 versus 16.
Ooh,
Penalty.
But Turbocharged is knocked out with a...
Illegal contact.
Oh, so that means Rochelle is your lead jammer. Look at that little bit of a victory dance coming around that outside line.
2 of the last 3 leads have gone to Great Britain.
Coming through for that apex. Takes the outside line. Great Britain is completely going off in the stands. Stamping their feet. Great Britain, Great Britain. Rochelle taking that outside line behind number 27, Lethal Ivy. Forced to reset behind the back. Turbocharge comes to the inside. He re-enters the pack and just fights his way through.
Dreaded Jammer says, "Go on, GB." Well, he types that at least. They type that. So Boswin going to be taking we have an official timeout. There's 42 seconds left in the game. 5 points added to the Great Britain score. So once again, putting a third of their score on the board.
So we have Boswin skating. So Boswin has a total of 7 points for Great Britain. And we also have number 18, Global Storming.
255 to 16, 44 seconds left to play. Now, if the game clock runs out and there's a jam in progress, then the jam will run to its natural conclusion, either 2 minutes or until the lead jammer calls it off. Nice block by number 10, Gemma English, forcing Global Storming to have to re-engage from the back of the pack. But Global Storming finds the inside line, picks up lead for USA West. Points are important for seeding, so it is not poor sportsmanship to keep piling on the points. We have a track cut on Boswin, so it's going to be a power jam for Global Storming. We had a misconduct as well, so 2 penalties back-to-back, a full minute in the penalty box for Boswin. Either did not leave the track quickly enough or had some choice words for the ref on the way off. With the juniors, I'm assuming it didn't leave the track quickly enough.
Usually, I would assume that's the case, but
you know,
never know. You never know.
Yeah, we can't hear. We've got headsets on.
So usually if they didn't leave the track quick enough, it might be an illegal procedure or a misconduct. Well, Team Australia's actually got a misconduct skating for them this weekend.
Oh, as a name.
Yeah, as a name.
Misconduct on misconduct.
Her real name's Ducky, but
oh.
Coming on that outside line.
Wow!
Global Storming.
A gymnastics exhibition on the backstretch by Global Storming. Forearm is the call on red 100 M. Norberg.
Global Storming coming on the outside. He's got another 4-point pass.
Sitting on 29. What's the highest jam of the game so far? Standby? 30. So we've just eclipsed it as the game ended.
Or has he? Because he's just been given a penalty.
Oh.
And that is full time.
Were there points before the penalty?
As long as his feet touched the ground while he was doing an apex jump, or he passed the hips of a skater before. Oh, there's me.
Yeah, there we are. Unofficial final score is 284 to 16. Only showing right now is a 29-point jam, but the referees are conferring on the infield. So, and there's the final whistle. That's the final score, 284 to 16 in favor of USA West. 102 points for Global Storming. Wow, 102 points.
That is such a great effort, seeing as these kids have been playing every single day for the last...
And multiple times today.
I know, it's ridiculous.
My goodness, the stamina of youth. They don't need energy drinks.
Well, the
like
way
them?
that they guzzle them. In the penalty room, we've had some Gatorade, and the amount of sugar you Americans put in your drinks, no wonder you can keep going for hours.
It's not really sugar. It's corn syrup.
So that's why your jokes are so corny.
Yeah, that's right. We are all corn-fed here in the U.S. of A. Heading on to the next match, who do we have coming up next? Standby, can you tell us? Absolutely. We have Team Canada going up against Team Europe in game number 10. That's going to take place at 4:12 p.m. in just about 9 minutes. So I'm going to have to turn, Allie and I are going to have to turn our headsets into the next crew. But it's been absolutely awesome working with you on your first broadcast, Allie.
You too, Narco.
And on behalf of the Junior Roller Derby Association, WFTDA.tv, and Twitch.tv, we are wishing you peace, love, and roller derby.